most banks are using vendors who have a component which is what they call AI, because the risk is they're going to say, well, we already have an AI solution in customer insights, or but it's not the same. So we have to somewhat vet out who the competitors are, what is their price point, is there anyone we can find out? Is there anyone like Imran or Alex? Do they have a sense of, have they already told you, no, there's nothing like this in the market? So I want to get
yes,
a really good market scan view.
No, I agree.
If there's nothing out there, then that's amazing, because then you're a first mover competitive advantage, but with that comes a lot of responsibility and there's more challenges.
True.
Because you're going to have to get the momentum, the whole market to get behind you.
Yes.
Whereas, when I say AI, in the broader sense of things, that's all out there. So what it is we're offering, a market scan to show what else is already out there. I don't mind looking at that, but I want to know. I haven't got access to any of those private tools anymore that other banks have, but I'm keen to know, do you know offhand, have you been told there's nothing like this out there, or there is a company doing X, Y, and Z? It's similar use cases, but they're not mainstream.
I agree.
The analytics and visualization is already out there. So really, it's just that plugging, getting the data in from the news sources from Twitter, getting it sorted, applying the AI model, get that plug-in, and then connecting it to the big data analytics and visualization. So where that missing piece in the middle.
Yes.
The first piece and the third piece already exist.
Yes.
So really, you want to show that second piece today is blank.
Yeah.
You want to put that in the presentation.
Yes.
So how to visualize that. That will be powerful, because I think people see, well, hang on, we've got all these news feeds, we've got all this data, we've got all this visualization, but we're not doing enough to the data to make it,
actionable.
Get an actionable by some AI. And that's where your value and your core value proposition is.
Correct.
You're not worried about visualization, because that's already there with, you can use ClickView, Tableau, anything you want, Hootsuite. I make some of these names up, I'm not sure what they do. And the news feeds are already there, so you're focusing on the middle. When I simplify it, to me, that makes perfect business sense.
No, exactly right. I think that I really like that view, what you said. This is exactly where the value proposition has to be. That AI engine is actually driving your millions of data feeds and getting to you in seconds, right? And that is your advantage.
Before just then, I didn't really get it, because I think I'm conflating the data sourcing, which anyone can do that.
No, that is already proven. That is proven. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly. I think that the aggregation side is easier. It's about what that engine, what actually that intellectually is doing. That it actually make a difference. And also that is just one flavor of it right now. It can take many flavors, like many opportunities, many KPIs, because we don't know the use case, what we can help them, right? This is exactly where once we have a project with them, once we understand their key KPIs, that is where we can able to position. Give the quantifiable measures of how much savings it can give, how much whatever it is, the time saving and stuff like that, right? Because definitely one thing for sure is that this is really saving the time. We can definitely save for sure, but how much in terms of the cost depends on the person we speak to. If you talk to an investment banker, for him second is actually what how much our money it is, right? If you talk about retail banking, maybe they don't care. I think we need to get in front of the right people and understand how they can use this, right?
Yeah, revenue growth, cost avoidance, FTE cost of, efficiency. Those are the three key levers. You realize efficiencies, so your guys have more time to do more value add.
Yes.
Because especially when I was doing Model Infinity, sounds very similar to AI Infinity. Model Infinity is what Crystal called their AI tool for model lifecycle.
Okay.
You couldn't really justify it on cost saving, because it wasn't that exciting, it wasn't sexy. But then you suddenly say, well, these guys have to spend their time, these are really expensive onshore resources, $250,000, sometimes more. They're having to type in a template, read a template, and they have to do it because they're the model owner. And if they had a tool that could do that for them, they could spend that 4 or 5 hours every week on developing a model, which is their core task. So, it may not, release them from tens of thousands of, I don't know, or $50,000 or whatever it is, but you're getting the guys who you're paying to do quant modeling to focus on quant modeling on their core activities. That's powerful enough as it is, because then there's extra capacity to fund activities, because their headcount can't increase. So the same people have to manage the same more tasks with the same resourcing. Their headcount is not increasing exponentially with the volume of work going up. It doesn't follow that pattern, especially in this cost climate. So that's really the key driver is, better tooling. One guy can now do the same job as effectively 3 guys could do before. So it's capacity realization is a big lever.
I think that's exactly what the use case we need to put down the story, like, exactly, it can save you maybe one person can able to do it instead of three people, or, that kind of a story. We need to talk to your right person in the business to see how they can see this tool can help them, right? It could be Irfan, or it could be someone else in the business, then they can able to give the real numbers. And I think that will be a case study almost itself, right? I think then we can present it to a kind of a real people, right? That will be really powerful. Yeah. I think that would be really great. I think, I think that's really good feedback today. I think I really appreciate it. On the same time, anytime if you have any questions, please drop us in the Slack channel, right? I think everyone can see it as well. And that would be really great to get these things in the back of the list, so that we'll be critical about, what we're doing, how people can understand it or not, whether we communicate.
Is there a spreadsheet, like a tracker of questions? I would say risks and issues, but a question of open questions we can catalog, whether it's a business question, IT question, model question. We should be tracking these open questions, because otherwise things get lost in the ether in the Slack channel, because who's going to be reading it? Maybe a quick spreadsheet where we can have those questions.
No, I think that's a really good one. We actually use Notion. I don't know, do you use this kind of things, kind of like what you call this, Jira and this kind of things, where we have everything? And there is something.
I'm familiar with Jira, but I think for the business guys who want tech savvy, there's a simple tracker that might be helpful, but it's just a thought. We can
create
just
one.
Make it like this, just question. I don't think we're at the point where we have to start actively. You're already managing the task. With open questions that might be of interest. Business question, what area it is that might be useful to track. And then we can look at every couple of weeks. Someone might have an idea. Oh, I know about that. That's fine. It would be useful to track, at least at this stage.
No, I think that's really useful. That could be a technical question. It could be business question, right? Basically,
exactly. It could be business, sales question, sales channel related. Has there been any new change from Ian? Any ideas or anything new from his side, or any major developments in the last week since last 4 days since we had that Friday demo?
No, actually, what happened is, like, I had a very lot of allergy last Monday, Tuesday. I think I was kind of a little bit off there, but I think nothing from Ian as yet, because but I've been working with this guy Neil on this kind of vision, and actually what we can do for the different product and different use cases. And I think we've been doing that, and not much directly with Ian. I think Ian is now doing back with things like the sales agreements and stuff like that, so that at least we have those documents in place.
Is he setting up the legal documents or the templates, or?
Yeah. So we have basically Ian's role is basically he worked in sales for a long time, right? Although he managed businesses before.
The magic and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically.
And also the recent thing is that with the We Fix It. Yeah.
Correct. So basically, what he can really come handy is that for sure he's got a good experience in sales and kind of a different what kind of different strategies for sales, right? Like you have technology partnerships, you have SI partnerships, and obviously the sales and revenue streams and everything like that. It's in the inception stage. I actually send up a list of the things for him to put up a standardized sales process, how it looks like, what is the function should look like, basically, you have a typical sales manager, maybe someone else junior to him. What are the documents we need to have? What are the different processes we need to have? This is a kind of a task for him, right?
Okay, right.
Then I think he's standardizing that. At the same time, he comes very handy in terms of actually in some of the conversations, when we talk about to customers. Let's say an example, when I have a partner meeting with someone else, he can able to come handy, and actually he can able to talk about we have this model, is it something you guys have it, and something like that. And that is where his kind of main I would say is kind of skill set match would be. And I would say it's kind of more structured, right? This is the kind of guy, he done the structured environment. That's the kind of thing, obviously you can apply the same thing in our business, but obviously it's kind of a little bit more flexible for us now, right? We don't have the rigid structure that, okay, you have to do this kind of person like that, right? That is his main role. And of course, he can able to contribute something on this business experience as well, like taking the product, whether he's really happy to take this product to a customer, because he's in the sales function, right? And this is where obviously he needs to understand the product a little bit better, whether we tell the story to him easily and, clearly, whether did he get it, and obviously he also get a view of what everything is happening, like in the product side, and actually a little bit on the financial side as well. How do we put the costing for the product and things like that.
Okay.
And he's not come from financial services directly recent years, but actually he's got experience in the financial industry before in his own startup 10 years ago. And that is his main angle. Whereas Neil is really a very creative kind of person. He kind of be with me most of the days. I think we have at least a call maybe once in 2 days or something, just to understand about, brainstorm some different thought process. Actually, what are we going in the right roadmap? Different ideas, different use cases, connections, and customer meet. The kind of, he will be in some of the calls with me to assist some of the calls and things like that. Yeah. And that's where I think Neil's position is as well, and he'll also help us in a lot of things about business planning, financial models, and valuation. Yeah. And I think he's kind of a multi hats in his head. Yeah, I got that. And very nice he's a very kind of nicely spoken person, very soft, and he's really, and also kind of very, as you can see, he's got some real valuable experience on the back of his head, advising some startups before, and also actively doing some other startups, which is actually really practical experience, right? What things can go wrong, simple things like, some of the things about business model, or maybe we never thought about it, right? These are the kind of things it's useful from his side. And as you see from Alexander's side, he's kind of mainly focused on the financial services on that side, right? I think he's just come back to London recently. I think he's just now get back. I think I need to formalize a group call with all of us one time, so at least we know everyone is right. So yeah. So for now, I will tell everyone that you are working as a part time. For now, I don't mention that you're assigning, you're doing some other work, whatever it is, and you're taking it slowly, and then basically at some stage, it will be maturing in different way. Yeah.
That's fine. I think, consulting, however you want to call it, advisory.
Yeah, I didn't need to tell them that you're taking it, you're already doing somewhere else, or it doesn't really affect anything. But I think I will say that obviously you're just onboarded like recently, as everyone knows about it. Obviously your view would be, obviously from your core subject matter expertise perspective, being looking at the product, how unique we are, where to take this product to different areas, and also kind of critical feedback, and mainly about the product as well as about the execution and in kind of marketing, not marketing per se, like different ways of actually taking this product, different views of looking at it. And I think not just one specific area like that. Obviously, that is where I think I see your feedback has been coming very, very valuable.
Yeah, that's me. From my perspective, I mean, I got to put bread on the table. So I had 6 months off, so it was good to have a role, and we'll see how.
No, definitely. Like I said, of course, I don't have any thing at all. So that is important that you take something, because obviously you're doing the housework as well, right? That's important. That have something. I think in the next few months, I think things will really shape up differently in our business, and maybe if you leave it, maybe after summer, I think then definitely where you are, and why not? Because there's always a place for you, and in the business, and for sure, we can find out something, interesting, and also maybe you can able to see also that way, how best we can able to engage full time or perhaps part time, basically how much of our work we have, right? I think it's fine. At the end of the day, whichever way we have, it will be some kind of fair compensation to to understand what is that everyone needs, and also what is that everyone can get on top of rolling stock options and things like that, right? So that's why I think it is. Yeah, no problem at all. I totally agree with you. And obviously see how it goes along as well. I think whatever you feel something, just drop some feedback notes or Slack channel, which is easy, everyone can see it, and that may be best way. And we'll just keep talking as it comes along, and maybe at least we'll talk once a week. Once you get a job or something, just maybe whatever time suits you, so that at least half an hour or something.
I think either lunchtime or after normal business hours.
But you're working from the office, or you're working remotely home?
I think it will be remotely.
Oh, perfect.
Definitely the onboarding will be remotely for now, because there's no plans to, and even if they're up in the office, I think people will not even be hot desking, they'll be a couple of days in the office and the rest of the time working from home. For the foreseeable future, unless the government advice changes, but I don't understand how banks can suddenly tell people to come in the office. You're going to get rid of expensive real estate, aren't they? Why keep the full capacity office, all the furniture, all the how are you going to social distance for the rest of the year? Everyone's in the office at the same time.
That's a bit.
I think it'll be good, because if it's on the KYC program, then I will be able to delve into what's happening in the KYC space. What are the use cases they can use there? And if they're spending $500 million, then if it's a way to tweak the model and get emerging risks, maybe they'll have a KYC portfolio of 60,000 files, for example. How many of those are high risk? Well, this is what they class as high risk, but based on sentiments analysis, news feeds, tweets, these actually are an overlay of what we think are high risk. So you
Makes
can use
the
that information to. So again, it's all going to give them extra KPIs, measurements, very complex models. How do you define the customer's high risk? Is it based on the level of activity, the sector they're in, the region they're in, personal profile, statement as well? There's so many different factors in play. And if this bank is spending $500 million, then you must know other banks are as well.
No, I think that's a big that's a big money. And so it's done in-house, or obviously Deutsche Bank, right?
Deutsche Bank, I haven't all the details, but I haven't really officially onboarded. That'll be at the end of this week. But I suspect they told me that they use a combination of vendors. There's no real one-stop magic bullet AI tool they're using. There's lots of innovation, talk of innovation in this space, but when we say innovation, I think the business model that talks about companies doing utilities and banks working together. I think that's already been happening for the last 4 or 5 years.
So there is one guy in Deutsche Bank, I know, John Barclay. He's actually, he came to one of our events. I know him. Actually, there's some messaging happening between us. And so basically what happened is that this is the guy, I don't know if you know him. You might get to know him soon, I think.
Scroll down, what area does he work? AML, kind of funny, head of risk director. We don't know what area, or you might know what area, but yeah, I don't know that name.
I think he sounds like a contractor because this is his company, I believe.
Yeah. But he must be perm now, unless he's transitioned after starting his own company and having some kind of IP.
So basically, whatever he's doing is actually mainly in the space of this quantitative finance with AI and ML. And obviously, I didn't get to speak to him and met him in detail, but of course,
he's more technology. I think he's a more tech than business.
Technical, tech director or something. That I think would be good to contact to find out what he's up to. And I think it'll be interesting. So I know this guy very well. I mean, not very well. I think through the chats and everything. We're supposed to meet. I think obviously we never met because of this COVID thing, and a lot of things are there. But I think apart from that, I think I worked at Deutsche Bank before. You know that, right?
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah.
Someone who worked with it. I think you and
Munir.
who else worked there? It was
Munir, yeah.
That guy. The guy who does the.
Munir.
Yeah. Munir also, no, the guy in the UK who has that startup.
Randeep.
Randy. He was there at the same time.
Yeah, he's doing that startup thing. Is it the risk compliance? Okay, I didn't know much. I need to catch up with him.
I think he's based on 3 guys, and they're probably on the PNSL. They're working together in HSBC. But I'm not sure what else they're doing. But obviously, their route to market will be interesting. He's keeping a lot of shows and forums. It'll be interesting for you to maybe learn how he's taken that product to market, who his clients are, because on their site it looks like they offer it as a service. So it's a cloud-based solution. How much of it is outsourcing resource augmentation? How much of it is actually based on any sort of automation of tools and workflow? I can't tell. I don't know.
But they're not a technology company, right? They're a services consulting, right? Mainly.
Yeah, services consulting. Yeah. So it's compliance as a service. I guess it's around consulting services. But if they had any useful technology, that would be good differentiator.
Yeah, I didn't. I spoke to him I think last year, but I think I never got after. Maybe I'll just try the link again just to see what's going on with him. Right, just maybe they might have some use case or something where we can able to help them. We can look.
I won't use anything. But yeah, so I would feel like to look at.
Perfect.
So the current model is working where I can dip in and give you expertise and feedback and hopefully it's impactful and useful rather than just saying I'm working 40 hours a week, which I'm not. But is it still worth me meeting with your friend Deepak and having a conversation?
No, definitely, sure. Why not? Because now that at least you mentioned that you are going to contact doesn't really affect anything. For now, what we can do is that.
I'm going to be able to hopefully get more intel.
Yeah. No, it should not be affecting anything at all. So I think we definitely. Deepak is our financial director. Basically, is looking at a lot of things about accounting and also structuring of the business, everything like that, right? So definitely, I will arrange some time based on however it goes. But it's not really a priority. But of course, it would be good for you to know also, where we, obviously how everything is structured, right? Of course, I can also tell to you. We can definitely arrange something in the next couple of weeks, right?
I think my plan is hopefully you guys have a product. You started to get the people, but you've got a compelling product, and I think you've got a really good network, be it through the people you know, having people like Alex, Ian, Neil, you've got developers, and you're starting out, and you've done a lot in what 10, 11 months. So I think it's an exciting time. But anytime anyone who's joining this journey is part of it for long term, like 12, 24, 36 months. You're not going to see any overnight success. It's going to take a while. So I like the concept of having this. Some people like to be school governors for the whole life. Me, I like to dip into business. And when I was younger, I started a chocolate drinks manufacturing company, and I almost got a contract with Tesco delivering a pharmaceutical type of drink. And I really just did it for the fun. It cost a lot of money, and I made it back, but I didn't do it just because I wanted to make the money. I wanted to do it because I wanted to be able to do a deck, start an idea, grow it in my head, develop all the marketing, talk about functional benefits of drinks from scratch, like literally from scratch.
Right.
So for me, it's the intellectual challenge. It's working with people like-minded, growing a business, contributing. That's going to be something I can take, to as a life experience. That everyone should try something once or twice.
No, I like that. Yeah, I mean that's really good to have that mindset. Of course, not everyone is like that, right? So everyone really wanted to have a steady, a job or anything like that. Of course, we all have families. We have, someone have to take risk in some stage. Otherwise, everyone will be working for someone, right?
Exactly. If you report to someone, then you're never going to be, rich and financially free. So I definitely like the idea. And the difference is you decided to do it last year. So not many people try. So that's
no, I think it's really, I think a lot of learnings in this process. I think a lot of things happened last year. I think to be honest, I think when we had that event last in FinTech, I think around November, December time, I think that really kind of changed some of the focus in the business. And I think January this year, really, that is actually, I would say, I think many things started to happen after post-January, and obviously we got this stage. But still, I think we made a good progress, I think, even in this current times. I think the good thing for us is the good team is coming around. And of course, they're committed. And also most people, obviously will stay on. And I don't ask them to stay on if they wanted to have something else, because it's up to them, right? So I think the idea is that the people are making a big difference, right? And slowly, I think, it's no rush to actually have many people, because at the end of the day, some of the companies, if you look at this company, payment company, Stripe. Do you know a company called Stripe?
Oh, yeah. I mean, billions.
That's a $35 billion company. If you look at interviews of this guy, he actually hired 8 people in the first 2 years. They have a big valuation already in the first time. They have money, they have everything. They took 3 months to hire one person, right? Basically, you know what? He says very interesting things about it. It's not about just hiring left, right, and people develop something. You need to have the right person with the mindset, rather than having anyone actually to take today and then in 1 week time to let go, right? It's very very interesting journey. Some of the people that talk about experiences about what they have the startups done when they're in the beginning, and you always have to have that kind of bigger vision and actually having the right mindset, right? Every day there will be challenges. You can't just move on.
Absolutely. Stripe was a good example. They literally, again, a consumer might not hear about them, but they're business to business, and they got it at the right time there, and massive valuation. So there's a lot out there.
Sure, right. I think that
AI run businesses, I'd love to share with you. Hopefully, when this kicks off, we can think about consumer-led AI sort of tools.
I think that's a different angle as well. Whether we obviously when we go to B2C side of it, this is something we don't know, right? How it works, and because customers sometimes don't know what they want, right? And when you at least go to the consumers, right? An example, then probably you'll know. Okay, it's definitely a rational thing, right? They need to save money. They need to save, whatever it is, and it's very clear, isn't it? And
absolutely.
I think it's very interesting times for sure. So you're starting this Friday then, right? So I think we will.
It'll be Friday on Monday. I mean, I was speaking to them from March, April, and everything was looking positive. Literally, I had 2 potential offers coming in, but then everything stopped because of COVID. But then it proper stopped, and I just thought, forget about this. I'm going to just focus on doing other things. And my back was very bad, sort of Feb, March, April. So I think timing is good in many ways because, well, it's June now, but I've had 6 months off. I haven't had this time.